Hi, good morning, and welcome to episode 12 of Tax Tips Tuesday by Decimal Accounting Inc. And I am Alicia Lowen, the owner of Decimal Accounting. So this is a live broadcast that I do every Tuesday at roughly 11 a.m. from my Facebook page for Decimal Accounting. And today it is getting very close to the RRSP deadline. And so I wanted to talk about 3 reasons why you should contribute to your RRSP. And if you don't know a lot about RRSPs, then you're definitely going to want to listen in. Or you might think you know everything, but you might learn something new today. So I've got 3 reasons for you to contribute to an RRSP. And the first is if you want to be saving money on your taxes this year. So we are now in the 2019 tax season. And the reason that they have the extended deadline to March 2nd of 2020 is because they're giving people an extra chance to do a little bit of tax planning at the beginning of the year and figure out if they might be owing some tax for 2019 and then have the opportunity to contribute to an RRSP right now and reduce the tax owing for 2019. So basically how that works is, let's pretend that your annual salary was $60,000. And if you were able to make a $5,000 RRSP contribution, that brings your taxable income down by $5,000. So every dollar that you contribute is going to directly reduce your current year income. So in this example, I said your normal salary is $60,000, you contribute $5,000 to an RRSP. Now what you're going to pay income tax on is $55,000, not $60,000. So that's how people are able to use RRSPs to bring down their taxable income and potentially get a refund for the current year. And if you miss the March 2nd deadline, then it'll end up going in as a 2020 RRSP contribution, which is still not a bad thing. Now, my number 2 reason why someone might want to contribute to an RRSP is there is something called a home buyer's plan. So this is a special opportunity for people who are first-time home buyers. And if you have an RRSP savings account, or if you're planning on buying a home, let's say in the next 2 to 3 years, and you would be a first-time home buyer, then it's a good idea to make RRSP contributions now and use that as a way to save up money for your down payment for the house or apartment, whatever it's going to be. Because if you have money in an RRSP and you can withdraw it under this home buyer's plan, there's some really good opportunity for you to save quite a lot of tax there. So what's going to happen is you'll get the benefit of the RRSP contribution right now in the years that you contribute. So it's going to bring down your income. You're going to get a nice refund potentially from that. And then when you go to buy the home, you can withdraw a maximum of $35,000 from your RRSP savings. And if you're in a couple, and if both of you are first-time home buyers, then you can both do this. So this is potentially $70,000. Normally, when you withdraw money from an RRSP, it then gets taxed on that withdrawal. So if you were to withdraw 35, you wouldn't actually get 35. The bank would take a lump sum of tax off the top, probably at least $8,000 off the top. But if you're doing it under a home buyer's plan, no tax is going to be taken on that withdrawal because it's a special plan for first-time home buyers. Now, you have to be planning to occupy the home as your principal residence. So it doesn't work if you're trying to do this for a rental home or a second home. So it has to be just your principal residence. And it can be buy or build. So if you were planning to build a home and you were a first-time home buyer, then it could be that. And this is different than the requirements for, you may have heard there's this GST rebate for first-time home buyers where it's limited, like it can only be a house that's under $500,000. So that's a different thing. So with the RRSP home buyers plan, there isn't a maximum of what dollar value that home is going to be in order for you to be able to use the RRSP withdrawal. There is no max for what the purchase price of the home is. That's something else, okay? And you have to pay it back within 15 years. So that's a pretty long amount of time. So if you've withdrawn $35,000, you won't get taxed on it, and you would then have to pay back that $35,000 over the next 15 years. And then in that way, you've been able to get the refunds in the years that you contributed it, but not have to pay tax. And you've got a 15-year extension on this deadline. So that's really quite good. So if you are somebody who would be a first-time home buyer, definitely talk to your bank, talk to your financial advisor about setting up an RRSP and use that to save the money for your down payment. Okay? So then my number 3 reason for 3 reasons to contribute to an RRSP this week, because we're close to the deadline, is there is something else for students that is called the Lifelong Learning Plan. And so if you are going to a college or university in Canada, it can be online courses, so you can be doing distance education, and you are considered a full-time student. So for most colleges and universities, that requirement is going to mean 9 credits or 3 courses. So if you have what is considered to be a full-time course load by that school, and you have an RRSP that you've been putting savings into, you can withdraw money for your tuition from that RRSP under the Lifelong Learning Plan, and again, not have to pay tax on that withdrawal. And in this case, you have 10 years to pay it back. So with the home buyer's plan, it was 15 years. With the student, the Lifelong Learning Plan, it's 10 years. I also noted in my research, it said you don't have to be a first-time student. So you could be somebody who has gone to school in the past, and perhaps you're continuing your studies, or you're someone who's been in the workforce for a while and you're wanting to do an upgrading course. This is an option for you to be able to withdraw money from your RRSP. So that could potentially be very advantageous to someone who would be going back to school. And so those are the 3 reasons why you may want to contribute to your RRSP. Number 1 is save taxes for this year. 2 is the home buyer's plan. And then 3 is the Lifelong Learning Plan. And I hope you guys are all having a fantastic Tuesday. And I hope that you are heading to the bank right now to make an RRSP contribution if any of those reasons speaks to you. I am Alicia Lowen from Decimal Accounting Inc., and we are an accounting firm. We do tax preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, any sort of accounting services needed for businesses across Canada. We are located in British Columbia, but everything that we do is online and paperless, so we're able to serve our clients across the country. And if you are interested in having your taxes prepared by us, we are now in the 2019 tax season. I would encourage you to check out a demo video that I recorded just a couple weeks ago on my Facebook page. I have a demonstration of what our tax season process looks like from the client's point of view. So when you hear me saying online and paperless, what exactly does that mean? We can do your taxes no matter where you live in Canada, and it doesn't require an in-person appointment or any papers to be shuffled back and forth. So if that sounds like something that interests you, then you can reach out to me at info@decimal.ca. My name is Alicia Lowen, and this has been episode 12 of Tax Tips Tuesday. Talk to you soon.